Before I get into my video, let's let former President Barack Obama, who is the most knowledgeable president we have ever had on the game of basketball, open us up for this video. Barack, take it away.
Look, Kobe Bryant is the best player in the world, and is basically unstoppable when his game is on.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Boo TV. Thanks for stepping in. So, Marcellus Wiley and Nick Wright are back on their bullshit with a specific Kobe Bryant take. Now, I think I put a video out about this same very topic a few years ago when Nick Wright went on the Colin Cowherd show and said that at no point in Kobe Bryant's career was he ever the best player in the NBA. Nick Wright recently went on his podcast, I believe, regurgitated that statement again, and Marcellus Wiley, of course, being a Clutch member and Kobe hater, tends to agree. Now, I've only watched a segment of this. I stopped it because I wanted to react to it and address all the bullshit. So, let's get into it.
This might hurt, especially if you love Kobe. I think it's going to hurt.
Greatest players ever. Let me just... Bron, Kareem, Michael, Russell, Magic, Wilt, Duncan, Kobe. So I guess the answer is number 8. Because Kobe's the 8th greatest player ever, and he was never the best player in the world.
Man.
So at no point in Kobe Bryant's illustrious career, not for even one season, that's what you're saying, not for even one season, was Kobe Bryant the best player in the world. Not for one. Yo, these Clutch people are weirdos. Even if you are a straight up Kobe hater, you cannot deny that for at least one season, he held the mantle as the best player in the NBA in the world. Really? Cuckoo, 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 cuckoo.
And that's tough. Like, I've said that before, but you know what? Y'all didn't hear me. Y'all hear him?
No, we heard you. But you getting clutch checks, Marcellus Wiley. You never want to admit it. But you're a bona fide Kobe hater. I've heard many of your Kobe takes. And Marcellus Wiley tries to justify his Kobe takes by saying, I lived in L.A. I was a reporter during the time Kobe Bryant played. I know what the real narratives were about Kobe Bryant. Yeah? What kind of reporting were you doing? Because what he says were the narratives about Kobe Bryant not being the best and other things is not what was going around in L.A. I can promise you that. This guy's a clown, man.
Him? I just don't remember that. I remember covering the Lakers for 10 plus years. Home of the Los Angeles Lakers, ESPN LA, and I was just spitting facts. And I didn't know it was going to be taken and twisted in such an opinion. I wasn't trying to diss Kobe. I was like, when I remember covering the Lakers, all I remember, one of the storylines was how the Spurs were insane, how they keep winning these championships but no back-to-backs, and how Duncan has still got a slight edge over Kobe. That's
what people in our... Oh, man. This guy, you know what? And could there have been overlap years where it was debatable Kobe Duncan or Kobe might have slightly had the edge? Yeah, but again, not one year was Kobe Bryant ever the best. Not one, is what you're saying. Fuck out of here.
Kept reporting on, and then now that I'm retired and I'm done talking about that, people telling me what I said then is not the truth.
Especially out of L.A. Especially out of L.A. Come on, man. If you would have told me out of San Antonio, absolutely. I'm sure that was a narrative. But outside of L.A. and most other areas of the world, you could go back and look at all the surveys, GM surveys, player surveys, go back and look at old media. Narrative generally was, through most of those 2000s, that Kobe Bryant was the best player in the league. Or it was debatable between him and other players that came and went through that stretch. We'll get to that later.
They say, no, it's different. And some people were like, nah, I don't know if it was different. Maybe your opinion changed. Maybe you got a different way of looking at it. Continue.
I know people get mad at that take, but here's the problem and the reason Kobe was never the best player in the world. Because once Kobe got great, call it 99. He wasn't great yet, but I'll give him 90 once you started seeing flashes.
Yeah, really, really good in 99, 2000. Wasn't great, but that year after that, 2000, 2001, where I think Kobe Bryant officially stepped into that greatness, truly one of the elite players in the league, worthy of being mentioned as arguably the best player in the league. No question there.
From 99 until 2002, Shaquille O'Neal was the best player in the world.
Yep.
And then from 2003 until...
But see, even that, from that time to about 2002, somewhere in there, some were saying Shaq, some were saying Duncan still. Some were saying Duncan, and then some were also saying Kobe. Around 2001 on, I personally believe Kobe became the best player in the league in the 2002-2003 season. Like, solidified, in my opinion. As early as that. Debatable. But I believe where it is no longer debatable was 2005 through 2006. I think Kobe truly was above and beyond everyone else in that, starting that campaign. And it probably would have been before that if he wouldn't have got injured in the 04-05 season. I digress.
2007, Tim Duncan was the best player in the world. You know how I know Tim Duncan was the best player in the world at that time?
No, he wasn't.
Because he won 3 championships in 5 years. He won 2 MVPs. He was the best player. He was the best player until that.
Okay. Now, yes, Tim Duncan had 3 final MVPs from 99 through 2005. Yes. But his last finals MVP was in 2005. If that's your argument. Okay, 2007, yes, they won the championship. But remember, Tim Duncan did not get finals MVP. He did not. That was Tony Parker. Don't forget, in that final series, it was the, quote, non-help that LeBron James had that limited Tim Duncan in the finals. And Tony Parker stepped up and had finals MVP. Zildrulis Ilgauskas and that front line did an admirable job on Tim Duncan. Let's not forget that. I can promise you, after 2005 especially, there wasn't any hardcore narrative outside of Texas, San Antonio, that was pushing Tim Duncan still as the best player in the league. No. It was Kobe Bryant, and the only person that was in that debate with Kobe was LeBron James at that time. Come on, man. Stop rewriting history, man. I was there. Tim Duncan never got another finals MVP after 2005. It was Tony Parker and Kawhi Leonard, closer to Duncan's twilight. Was he still phenomenal? Yes, he was. Best player in the league still? No, he wasn't. He wasn't. And you want to be honest? If you want to talk about the 2004 season, 03-04 if I'm not mistaken, a lot of people had Kevin Garnett as the best player in the NBA. Don't forget that. And KG did win the MVP in the 03-04 season. A lot of people had Kevin Garnett in that one season alone. I'm just saying.
48 special by LeBron in 2007. LeBron was the best player in the world from that moment until 2018.
Damn.
Right. Okay. So the game against Detroit Pistons, one of LeBron's best games ever. Honestly, outer body experience. That made him the best player in the league, despite him going into the next round, the NBA Finals, and laying a complete egg. Laying a complete egg. How can you not mention that? Because if it was Kobe Bryant who laid the egg, I promise you, Nick Wright would bring that up to discredit one good performance in a series previous. And the 2007 NBA Finals, after that glorious 48 piece he just spoke about, LeBron averaged 22, 7, and about 7. Just say 22, 7, and 7. And they sweep. The Cavaliers got swept. He shot 35% from the field. 35% from the field. Shot 20% from 3. Shot 69% from free throw land. And averaged almost 6 turnovers per game. The best player in the league? Really? When all they had to do was turn him into a jump shooter? Rendered him completely useless and ineffective? The best player in the league? Yo, are you serious? This is the same San Antonio Spurs team that Kobe Bryant faced in the Western Conference Finals the very next year, and Kobe dominated them 4-1. No Shaquille O'Neal on top of that. 4-1. Wasn't getting free throws either. Straight ball work. Get out of here, man.
So it was Shaq, it was Duncan, it was then Bron.
Wow.
At no point.
LeBron James, the best player in the league from 2007 through through 2000. Are you serious? Kobe Bryant was still winning championships. Kobe Bryant still went to 3 straight finals. Kobe Bryant still won an MVP. What? This is crazy. This is crazy. LeBron beating the competition in the finals that LeBron James lost to in the second round one year and in the Eastern Conference Finals the other year. No top 75 players on Kobe's team. Powell should be, but people believe Powell's not top 75. It is what it is.
Point was Kobe the best player in the world.
Just for emphasis.
This is a horrible take.
I want to hear y'all beat it up in the comments. I want to read y'all beat it up in the comments. Tell me, please, refute that. Rebut that.
I have been.
That was strong.
No, it wasn't.
3 and 5 with 2 MVPs? You talking about somebody was better? Who that? Who that? Man, who that? Near we that. It's shaka, let us see that. You know, with that Jeezy. Yeah, who that? Who better? Come on, man.
8th greatest player ever. Never the best player in the world. People get very mad at me. Show me the year. Show me the season. Show me when he was. And people will be like, what about 2006? It's like, well, I don't know. Best player in the world, losing round 1. What about 2007?
Yeah. Yep. Lost in round 1 as a 7th seed to the number 2 seed Phoenix Suns, up 3-1. Lost it. We all know the story with that. It happened. But based on that logic, he didn't make it to the finals. He lost in the first round. The Lakers weren't favorited. They were a 7th seed. So how do you compare that to, say, LeBron James, who was favorited to make the NBA Finals? Some had him favorited to win the NBA Finals and his 2 MVP seasons with the Cavs, 08, 09, 09, and 10. And he lost in the second round and in the third round. Huh? But you calling him the best player in the league. He was favorited. Kobe wasn't favorited. He was a 7th seed. But you want to call him the best player after having meltdowns in the Boston Celtics series. And don't get me started on the 2011 NBA Finals with the Dallas Mavericks. You're just going to forget that ever happened, right? A complete no-show in the finals. Really? This is the hypocrisy with these guys, man.
I don't know. Best player in the world, blow a 3-1 lead in round 1? What?
Best player in the world with the Miami Heatles. Got Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, a really deep bench. Up 2-1 at one point. Blew that series against the Dallas Mavericks. Really? I don't know. Best player in the world? Huh? Best player in the world? 60-plus wins, 2 straight seasons, favorited. Lost to Orlando Magic. And the old crusty Boston Celtics? Really? Woo! I ain't gonna do the Celtics like that. They were over the hill. They were still just a good team. They were, but still, they shouldn't have beat that Cavaliers team. They shouldn't have.
What about 2005? I don't know. Best player in the world, missed the playoffs, bro.
Was Kobe Bryant not injured that season? People always bring that up, but completely miss the point about him having a severe injury in the second half of that season. The Lakers were geared for a playoff run. Again, they were looking at a 7th or 8th seed. It was him, Karan Butler, Chucky Atkins, Lamar Odom, that squad. And then Kobe got hurt, and everything went downhill after. That's the only reason they missed the playoffs, because they were on pace to make the playoffs with that team.
Probably not.
Clown.
Anybody?
I'm beating it up right here on this video, Marcellus Wiley. You the Wiley Coyote now. Wiley Coyote, that's what you are. Clown. I'm beating it up right here in this video.
So the answer is Kobe. Next.
Another problem with this argument. You can sit here and say, oh, Tim Duncan, during this stretch, because he had X amount of championships, X amount of MVPs, X amount of final MVPs. Obviously, it's Duncan. But completely ignore Kobe Bryant's run from, let's just say, 2007, the 07-08 season, to the 09-2010 season, where Kobe Bryant had 1 MVP, 3 straight finals appearances. Since the LeBron people care about finals appearances, even though they lose, I'll bring it up. 3 straight finals appearances, 2 straight championships, back-to-back, 2 straight finals MVPs. You will use that in favor of Tim Duncan, but completely ignore Kobe Bryant's dominance and his similar stretch. You see the problem with this? The hypocrisy. These guys, if it's not evident these guys are paid by clutch, I don't know what to tell you. It's sickening. It's disrespectful to Kobe. It's disrespectful to NBA. It's disrespectful to sports. We're talking about legacies here. Marcellus Wiley right here. Gobbling up, Nick. Get the mayonnaise off your face, Marcellus Wiley. Get the mayonnaise off your face. All on your lips. Clown.
I might have to play that one again tomorrow, just so it can have a different effect, because that was shocking. That's why I love this show.
Shocking?
That was shocking.
Definitely shocking. But
Nick, right.
Definitely shocking, but par for course. Let's make no mistake about it. These are who these idiots are. Now, me personally, I have Kobe Bryant as the best player in the league from about 02-03 season to about, I'll give it 2010-2011. And then I'll concede that LeBron could have been better than Kobe because Kobe's defense started to take a bit of a dive. Not horrible, but a bit of a dive. And LeBron was one of the best players in the league around that time. Well, best defensive players in the league around that time. I can concede that. I can. And if you don't want to give Kobe the best player in the world as early as 02-03, fine. I honestly feel like that's debatable with Tim Duncan and Shaq. I do. That's debatable. But where I stand, where I'm not going to debate, I truly believe it was Kobe was 05-06 to 2010-2011. Like, that version of Kobe Bryant, when after the injury, post Shaquille O'Neal, he was ripping. And when he won those 2 MVPs, the 2 championships, people forget this dude was beat up, hobbled, hurt, still performing at a high level. Look at that big-ass bandage on his shooting hand. Big-ass bandage on his finger. Broken finger, lacerated finger, beat up ankles, severely sprained ankles. He was playing through all that and still winning championships. From about 2002 to 2011, Kobe Bryant was the most dominant scorer during that time. Kobe Bryant averaged about 28 points per game in the dead ball era, tougher defense, all that stuff. Almost 6 rebounds per game and 5 assists. 28, 5.7, and 5.2. While winning 2 championships and an MVP and 2 finals MVPs. And in his MVP season, he played all 82 games. And he was all NBA first team every year except the 04-05 season when he was injured. He was first all team every single year. While also, mind you, being all NBA first team defense during that stretch as well, except for the year he was injured. Elite on both ends. And it's funny, I couldn't find the video, but there's a video of Marcellus Wiley and Acho going back years ago. And Acho brought up the fact that nobody honors Kobe Bryant on defense. And Marcellus Wiley downplayed, discredited all of Kobe Bryant's All-NBA defensive selection, saying nobody cares about defense. Throw it out. Ain't nobody talk about defense. Doesn't mean anything. That's basically what he said. I can't find the video. I searched, and of course, I couldn't find it. And Acho was like, surely, Marcellus Wiley, the other half of the court must mean something. How could you discredit a man that 12 times in his career he's made an all-defensive team? And of those 12 times, 9-time all-defensive first team. Tied for most by a guard with Michael Jordan, Gary Payton. How could you just dismiss that? It's crazy. It's nuts. Some people might say Kobe Bryant didn't deserve all 12 of them. Some people had a problem with maybe the last 2. Whatever, still. You want to call it 10, you want to call it 12, whatever. He has a ridiculous amount of all defensive teams for at least half or over half of his career. Call it what you want. As a matter of fact, how many all defensive selections does LeBron James have? Let me check. Oh, wow. LeBron James has been selected to the NBA All-Defensive Team 6 times in his career. 6. 5 first team, 1 second team. Awesome. How many years has he been in the league? 21? 22? 23? I don't know. I can't keep up. Guy keeps going. What can I say? And you want to know something else people never bring up is the tough conference Kobe Bryant was winning through. Do you know how tough that Western Conference was, especially when he was winning those championships without Shaquille O'Neal? He was taking down top 75 players left and right, including Tim Duncan. Kobe Bryant holds the NBA record for most victories in the playoffs against 50-win teams. 25. And this would have been even more had he not torn his goddamn Achilles, and the last couple years of his career was a wash. That record probably would have been out to lunch by now. He probably would have been sitting somewhere between 55 and 60 wins against 50-win teams had he been able to stay healthy. Roughly 76% of Kobe Bryant's 33 total playoff series wins came against 50-win teams. In his 5 championship runs, 85% of the teams he faced won 50-plus games. What are we talking about? Because everybody in the West, damn near everybody in the West, was collecting 50 wins. And there was one season where people were missing the playoffs with 50 wins. I don't remember exactly which, I think it was 1 or 2 seasons. I don't remember exactly which season that was. It was in the late 2000s at some point. But that just goes to show you how tough that conference really was. To be able to win. You're facing teams like the San Antonio Spurs in the second round. The third round, sometimes the first round, let alone the NBA Finals. What are we talking about? And Marcellus Wiley, your boy LeBron James, back then interviewed, way back then, had an interview. LeBron James called Kobe Bryant the best player in the league. Your boy LeBron James, on the record, and a plethora of other players called Kobe the best player in the league. Coaches, executives, commentators, broadcasters were saying that. Guys that are now switching it up. Guys that are now having revisionist history. Acting like they didn't say these things back then. It's crazy. Go back and look at polls and surveys done by people in the NBA. Go back and look at actual footage. I know Clutch has removed a lot of these videos from the internet, but if you do your research, you can still find videos of the consensus that Kobe Bryant was the best player in the league. And it's funny because you always have these barbershop debates, right? Kobe, LeBron, Kobe McGrady, Kobe Iverson, Kobe Vince, Shaq, Duncan, KG, blah, blah, blah. It's funny how through the early 2000s, probably 01, 02, 02, 03, through 2011, 2012-ish, blah, 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 you always got the barbershop debates. Who's the best? Who's the best? The constant person through that entire stretch was Kobe Bryant. The other guys came and went. But Kobe always remained the guy on the other side of that argument during those takes, barbershop and on TV. Kobe Iverson. Iverson went. Kobe Iverson / Duncan. Those guys went. Kobe McGrady. Kobe stayed. McGrady left. Kobe LeBron. Kobe LeBron. Kobe LeBron. Kobe LeBron Wade. Kobe LeBron Wade. Kobe LeBron. Kobe LeBron. And then eventually Kobe phased out. Either around when he tore his Achilles or some might say a year or two before he tore his Achilles. Kobe's been the constant. So let's go by a decade. Calendar year, right? 99, 2000 through 2009, 2010. That 2000s decade, straight up. How can you argue that Kobe Bryant was never at one point the best player in the league? 5 championships. The only guy in that decade with 5 championships. A 3-peat and a back-to-back on the end of it. 5. 28, almost 6 rebounds a game, and 5 assists. And at no point was he the best player in the league. While almost every year during that span, collecting all NBA first team and all NBA first team defense almost every year. 5 championships. Never once was he the best player. Never once? That one year. 5 championships. Half the decade. What? Come on, man. What are we talking about? It's disrespectful. Please get Nick Wright. I will eviscerate these guys. Nick Wright and Marcellus Wiley on TV. I will eviscerate them. Get me on the goddamn television screen, please, on their podcast. I will destroy all their logic and hypocrisy. Cherry pick it. All of that nonsense. And keep it a buck. Keep it a buck. You're going to sit here and act like what happened in the 2005-2006 playoffs against the Phoenix Suns was worse than what happened in the 2011 finals with LeBron James. Really? Against the Dallas Mavericks? You think that was worse than what happened against the Mavericks? What? Even worse than what happened against the Orlando Magic and the Boston Celtics? You think what happened to a 7-seed Kobe Lakers team is more of a tragedy than that favorited LeBron James team in 3 straight series? Really? This is crazy. This is ludicrous, man. For the record, does anybody want to see what Marcellus Wiley's top 10 NBA players are? Just so you know where his logic stands and his opinions, check this out.
Let me say one thing. Let me say one thing. You got Marcellus's top 10 list. Do we have his top 10 list all time? Do we have his top 10 list of players all time? Do we have it?
Yeah, look at this.
So what's so fascinating about this list? And y'all at home lock in.
This guy has Kevin Durant ahead of Kobe Bryant all time. Kevin Durant ahead of Kobe Bryant all time. People, can we take anything that comes out of this man's mouth seriously? Can we take any of his opinions seriously when you have Kevin Durant ahead of Kobe Bryant all time? This discredits any of his opinions. This is so egregious. This is so disgusting, so ludicrous, that I think it should dismiss anything he thinks or says moving forward. That's how I feel. That's how idiotic this is. In case people forgot what it was like before all the Kobe Bryant revisionist history, in case you forgot what it was like before Clutch Media was birthed and LeBron James started puppeteering all these people on TV to slander Kobe Bryant, raise him, discredit other NBA greats on top of that. If you forgot what the narrative, what the truth was back then when Kobe Bryant was playing, let me remind you.
God, the game is. Anybody with sense should know Kobe's the man right now. Make absolutely no mistake about it. He is unstoppable.
So when you now talk about Kobe Bryant, you now have to talk about him in the same terminology as you would with the Big Dipper, with Elgin Baylor, with Michael Jordan, and he's right in that group. So,
but when we talk about Kobe Bryant, I never thought I would say it playing against Michael Jordan for so long. But Kobe Bryant, at the end of the day, Dan, because you think I'm a punk, will go down as the greatest basketball player that has ever lived.
Now, for the record, I disagreed with Mark Jackson's statement, but this was a bit too much. But still, this is what was being said, at least by some, not many.
I think Kobe Bryant and he showed tonight, truly the best player, closer. I mean, look, I had a chance to play against him and Michael Jordan. More so Michael Jordan in his prime. Kobe was younger, obviously.
Ernie, you see that shot there? You see that shot?
There's only one other guy that can make those shots, and he's retired right now doing Hanes commercials. I mean, bad Hanes commercials, I might add, too. But there's nothing you can say. I mean, this kid is unreal.
You know what? I got to tell you something.
You know how hard it is to do a shot fake, reload from 3?
And somebody in your group.
And I couldn't be any closer to him. He was the best player I played against. And I say this respectfully.
Okay, so let me ask you this question. Is Kobe Bryant the closest we've seen to Michael Jordan in that position? But Magic and Larry played different positions. And Kareem and Wilt Chamberlain. You just said Michael Jordan better than Wilt Chamberlain. I know. I put Wilt and Oscar and Bill ahead. And Kareem. You think he's better than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? Yes. He's one of the 5 greatest ever. Wow. Michael's first. Oscar Roberts second. This is just my opinion. Okay. Bill Russell's 3rd. Okay. Wilt Chamberlain 4. And Kobe Bryant's 5. Oh, he's better than Larry Bird. Yes. And Magic Johnson. Yes, he is. Okay.
He wants it so bad, and he's willing to go to the extreme, guarding a point guards at the age of 34, playing 38 minutes, 40 minutes. That's ludicrous. I think this is what he's battling with. it is what it is. He's cursed as much as I am.
Okay.
I think MJ is the greatest of all time, but I think Kobe is more skilled than any player that's ever played that I've seen.
I don't think that's.
I think Kobe's more skilled than
That's not a
anybody.
bad. That ain't far.
You rolling with
MJ, Kobe, easy Kobe.
Easy, number 2 ever.
Exactly.
I don't even want to say number 2. He's like, they just up here with
man, bro. Man would like, it's kill everybody all the time. Can't nobody fight me. You say something to me, I'm putting 50 on you. And I'm.
It's y'all boy LeBron James.
You got it?
How many times can you do that in a row?
I'm one take, baby. That's all. I'm just one take. That's all I need is one take.
Who's the best player in the NBA?
Kobe Bryant.
Better than you?
I would have to say right now. He's a really, really good player. Individually, he has some of the best skills that the NBA has ever seen in history. And he's shown year after year after year why he continues to be one of the best players in our league. I'm getting better, though.
They're in Cleveland this past week. So let me ask both of you. Kobe, you start. Tell me how you see LeBron's game developing after just going up against him this week.
No, I mean, he's an incredible player. I think, his size and, his mesh with his quickness and his leaping ability, his passing ability, his shooting ability. I think he's just he's a tremendous all-around player.
LeBron, how's Kobe doing these days?
Well, like I've been quoted in the past, and I will continue to be quoted, I think he's the best player in our league right now. What he's able to do offensively and defensively is, it's unbelievable. And I look up to a guy like Kobe Bryant just because of what he's able to do every night he goes out on the basketball court. So, once again, I'm quoting again saying that Kobe Bryant is the best player in our league.
Back to Dave and Bill in Chicago. All right, Darius, so the Lakers still in the 6th slot. Another terrific night for Kobe Bryant, and one guy certainly envious of the way Bryant's played lately, LeBron James.
I scratch my head every time I hear the name Kobe Bryant right now, and I try to get a dictionary and try to find a word that what he's doing right now, and I'm just lost for words. I mean, he's amazing. I've been quoted saying that he's definitely the best player in our league. To me, in my eyes, the best scorer in our league, and it's unbelievable. I don't know if it's not another guy in this league that can accomplish some of the things that he's doing right now.
Well on his way, Kobe Bryant, to his 2nd consecutive scoring title, and nobody's able to even match what he's trying to do.
When Kobe ran and grabbed that ball, I was like, LeBron.
All right, LeBron. Especially losing against them before.
CV, I ain't lying to you. I'm not lying to you. I cut the TV off when I watched that shit, and I watched Kobe run and grab the ball and celebrate. I was like, so what you gonna do? That was our summer free agency. They were dominating. Like, Kobe was winning all these rings. I was like, wait, hold on. Now he got 5 and we got 1? Like, no. So, yeah. Man, that was a...
It's great how...
It changed the league.
How he created...
I want y'all to know that.
Yeah, no, thank you. No, we're proud of that, yeah.
I mean, what can you say about Kobe? I don't know if there's words to... you almost, there's an intense game going on, and you almost have to laugh at what he does, I thought we played great defense on him, and he just made tough shot after tough shot. I've always been a big fan of his. He knows that. I always thought he was the best player in basketball, and he didn't do anything in this series against us to make me think otherwise. As a matter of fact, probably solidified my thought process as to he's the best player in basketball right now.
Yeah, you think he's the best player ever, even better than Jordan? Is that correct?
Well, no, I'm not going to get into that. I might have to work for the Hornets, for the Bobcats someday. So, no, I'm not saying that, okay? No. But I'm saying at this time right now, he's the best player in basketball, and I don't think it's even close. You're going to have to either leave Kobe in a one-on-one situation, which is not a good idea, or you're going to have to leave somebody open in the rotations to try to make shot.
When and why did you come to the revelation that this is the greatest player on the planet, Kobe Bryant?
When I first came to L.A., Jerry showed me a tape of this kid, and I knew he had potential. And a lot of people thought we had problems we never really had problems at all.
Finally, someone let me out of my cage. Now, time for me is nothing cause I'm counting no A's. Nah, I couldn't be there. Nah, you shouldn't be scared. I'm good at repairs and I'm under each snare. Intangible. Bet you didn't think, so I command you to. Panoramic view. Look, I'll make it all manageable. Pick and choose, sit and lose. All you different crews, chicks and dudes. So you think it's really kicking tunes. Picture you getting down in a picture too. Like you lit the fuse. You think it's fictional, mystical, maybe spiritual hero who appears in you to clear your view when you're too crazy. Lifeless to know the definition for what life is. Priceless to you because I put you on the hype shit. You like it? Gun smoking righteous with one token. Psychic among no possess you with one go. I'm feeling glad I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, not for long. The future is coming on. I'm feeling glad I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, but not for long.
In the game right now, man. Right now? Yeah. Right. Who better than Kobe?
Who's the best player in the NBA?
Oh, it's still Kobe Bryant.
Really? Why?
Because you never know what you're going to get. You never know. You don't know what you're going to get. And opening night, he scored 45. I mean, I love Kobe. For me, he's the best player. I think he's our mentor. How one guy can beat 12 guys. You know what I mean? It's like Michael Jordan.
Something else with that movement. He cold.
Who's the best player in the NBA?
I have to say Kobe. I can't. He just from things that you hear, he's the hardest working guy too, and just someone who can literally get 40 a night, no problem. It's just amazing some of the stuff he does, even playing on the court. I mean, it's crazy. Sometimes you catch yourself watching him.
Kobe's the best player? Why do you say that?
His technical precision of the game. You know, if you did a highlight reel of his high degree of difficulty plays, he'd be unrivaled. Obviously, you know, LeBron brings power, you know, Dwayne Wade brings speed, but Kobe brings command. You know, every single aspect of the game from you know, jump stops to head fakes to you know, jab steps, he has in his arsenal, and he puts them together to create basketball moves that no one else in the league can do.
Kobe Bryant was fantastic. I really enjoyed speaking with him and got to see firsthand why he's the best player on the planet. He works harder than anyone I've ever met. He makes 1,000 shots a day in addition to doing his strength training, his flexibility work, working on his core. He puts in more work than anybody and deserves to be as good.
Kobe is Kobe. You know what I mean? Everybody knows it. I think he's the best player in the league. Can't nobody stop Kobe but Kobe. You know what I mean? The only thing you can do is just, you know what I mean, contain him and, you know what I mean, contest shots because he's going to hit them regardless no matter what. So you're not going to stop him.
No, it was that, but off the top of the head, I have to go with Kobe.
Everybody says that. Kobe's why? What makes him so good? What is it?
I don't know, man. He just has a killer instinct, you know what I'm saying? So naturally, you just have a will that, you know what I'm saying, to do whatever, you know what I'm saying, to get the win. The skill of it is amazing.
I remember one time he jumped in air, went on one side, came through on the other side, threw a 360. I thought I was watching like a video game, you know, clip or something. Come to find out that he really did that in real life. I'm like, wow.
Rates right there, probably with Jordan. I mean, Jordan will always, to me, be the best of the best of the best, but, you know, you got to put Kobe there, and that's where, you know, Dwayne and LeBron and Carmelo and all these other guys one day would like to be considered in that group.
I think he's the most talented player in the game at both ends of the floor, and with that comes a huge responsibility and a hell of a dilemma at times. And as we all know, Michael had to work through that. And I think Kobe's really concentrating on working through that same dilemma in trusting teammates and doing it on a consistent basis. And I think that he's done a great job of that this season. And I think the way the players around him are playing is the proof of that.
That's some move. A glimpse from Kobe Bryant.
He's fearless. You know, I think that's the number one thing with Kobe is he's never scared to try any type of dunk or any type of play, and I think that allows him to pull off some great play.
I mean, Kobe Bryant probably is the greatest all-around player
that we've got in the game today. He can just do just about anything. He's got a tremendous heart and a will to win. But when he gives you that fake right spin back left to the fadeaway, game's over.
41 points as the Lakers take a 3-1 season series win over the Suns. What is it about Kobe Bryant that can elevate this team possibly to an NBA championship?
He's the best player in the game. It's just that simple. There's nothing that Kobe Bryant can't do. He will defend your best player. He will shoot from the perimeter. He will get all in your mug. He will do whatever it takes. He is the most complete basketball player in the game today, bar none. He has an assassin's mentality. I said this week, I said this when the trade went down, and I'll repeat it again. Who would want to beat Shaq and the Phoenix Suns more than Kobe Bryant? Who's starving more for an NBA World Championship more than Kobe Bryant? There is no one. This guy is highly motivated, and that's on top of the motivation he already has from being completely and totally fixated on the game of basketball. That is why the Los Angeles Lakers are my favorite.
I rest my case, folks. If you're a Kobe Bryant person, if you know Kobe Bryant people, there's not a whole lot of channels out there on the internet that have people talking about these kind of things, people defending Kobe respectfully, bringing facts, bringing context, not just out here saying Mamba mentality just because Mamba mentality. No, I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. I'm going to put the facts out, and we're going to defend Kobe's legacy because I'm tired of Clutch and all the little puppets out here and all these little dumb youngins out here trying to revise history on Kobe Bryant. It's disrespectful. You ain't going to disrespect this man's legacy like that. It's crazy. It's ludicrous. So send your people to Boo TV. I promise you. I already got plenty of Kobe Bryant videos you could check out, and I'll continue to put out more, especially as these people keep spewing out garbage. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified. Catch you on the next one. We out, baby.